So I got another question from Savannah, and Savannah says, is Savannah's Handmade Crafts a good name for my Facebook page? So this goes into the unique product focus and what is a unique product focus and why is it important? Now I'm going to ask you guys right now, if you saw the name Savannah's Handmade Crafts, what do you think her product is? What is the product? What is the thing to get excited about with Savannah's Handmade Crafts? And who's excited to go check out Savannah's Handmade Crafts? Who's like, oh my gosh, I love handmade crafts. I want to go check that out immediately. Like, I want you to really sit and think and stew on that for a bit. And so the name of your Facebook page should reflect your unique product focus, because there are many times on Facebook where all a potential customer sees is your name. And we want the name to be a neon sign blinking and saying, this is what I have. People who love this thing, come check me out over here, right? I'm seeing like Terry says, no clue. Lana says it's too generic. Now, if Savannah sells goat's milk soap, would we have any idea from the name of her business that she sells goat's milk soap? Do we even feel like, even let's say that she even said, hey, I sell goat's milk soap. Here's a link to my Facebook page. Would it feel like if you went on that Facebook page that she's an expert in goat's milk soap and that she specializes in goat's milk soap and she makes the most amazing off the wall, crazy, like whatever goat's milk? No, it would feel like goat's milk soap is one of the 26 different products that she sells. So, because it's crafts, handmade crafts. Laura says that name makes me think there will be a variety of products. But what products? And again, when you're in person at a show and somebody's walking by your table and you have goat's milk soap and you have candles and you have crocheted goods and you have like stickers and you have all of that on your table, somebody already there with wallet in hand is browsing by and just looking for items that they like, right? Now, it's been proven over and over again that you will actually sell a lot more in person if you specialize, if you have a unique product focus. But you can get away with a variety when it comes to in-person sales. However, when you're selling online, it's a completely different ballgame. It is all about attracting the perfect customer. You're at a show with a million different sellers, right? There's millions of people selling online. You're competing with Amazon, you're competing with Walmart, you're competing with every single seller on Etsy, you're competing with everybody, right? So we can't wait for somebody to find our page and want to peruse through all the pictures to find something that they want to buy. We can't afford to do that. What we need to do is identify what our unique product focus is and what customer, what niche buys that kind of product. So this is what we did in our rabbit toy business. Instead of just saying we sold pet toys, which was already kind of niching down, that's better than handmade crafts, right? We said we made rabbit toys, toys for house rabbits. And so when somebody, so we sell house rabbit toys. So who's our target market? Our target market is people who own house rabbits, right? So if you own a house rabbit and it said Allie's Handmade Crafts, that person may just breeze right by my page, not even realizing I have the product for them. But if I rename my page Happy Rabbit Toys, which is what our page name was, if I rename it Happy Rabbit Toys and they own a house rabbit, they're going to, nope, that's where I need to be. I need to go check that out. I wonder what they have, right? The perfect customer finds that page name irresistible. Where the non-perfect customer, if they don't have a house rabbit, if they have zero pets and they don't even know anybody with a house rabbit, they see Happy Rabbit Toys, they're going to drive right on by. They're going to drive right on by because it's not for them. But the person who stops is an ideal customer, somebody who could buy over and over and over again. So you actually get fewer, let's see, I don't want to say fewer followers. You have fewer people who the sign is supposed to attract, but you're going to catch a much bigger percentage of those because they're going to say, that's for me, right? So with Savannah's Handmade Crafts, I have no idea where to even start with that. Is that for me? If I'm browsing through Facebook and somebody's like, oh, check out my page, Savannah's Handmade Crafts, that's not going to be very interesting to me. Now, if it's Savannah's, let's see, what's something that would interest me? Savannah's Goldfish Amigurumi. Like, that's really specific. But I know that there's people out there that do goldfish plushies, and like that's their business is goldfish plushies, right? Um, and I love goldfish. I love fancy goldfish. And so if I see that and I'm browsing through Facebook and that pops up in a comment somewhere, it just pops up, I'm going to stop and be like, I got to check that out. Like that's really, really cool. That's the thing that I want to look at. Her product could be exactly the same in both situations, but one is going to make me stop and the other one's going to make me go right on by. Now, what a lot of you guys are going to think, but yeah, I want to make a whole bunch of different things. And that's great. You can make a whole bunch of different things and sell a whole bunch of different things at your show. But when you're going for online sales, if online sales is your goal, then you have to create an online product business, which is a focused, unique product focus, right? That's having a unique product focus. You're bringing a product to the marketplace and you're going to attract your ideal customer for that product. It doesn't work any other way. If you're selling a little bit of everything and you're making a few sales now, you could double, quadruple, even 10x and more your sales if you narrow it down into a unique product focus. We have tested this over and over and over again for the last 6 years. We've been testing this. 7 years actually. I was just watching a video that I put up in 2018, right? We've been testing this over and over and over again. And we have yet to have a single person in Handmade Sellers Club or that I've coached have any success with the multi-product approach. They might sell a thing here or there, but the second they narrow down, that's when their sales take off, right? As long as the unique product focus is one that makes sense. And that's what we have Handmade Sellers Club for. And that's why we have the community. You can come into the community and say, this is how I want to narrow down. And what do you guys think? Like, does this make any sense? And we can give you feedback on that. In fact, when you join Handmade Sellers Club at the yearly level, we'll actually do a Facebook page review for you and help you with picking that unique product focus as well. It's so important. I call it a little hinge that swings a big door. That one tweak in your approach. It sounds like a simple thing, like, oh, it's just a page name. But that page name is your entire strategy for online sales. And once you nail that strategy, once you narrow it in and say, this is where I'm going to dominate, this is the marketplace I'm going to dominate, it makes your posting easier. It makes coming up with content ideas easier. I mean, we give you the calendar, but even it makes using the calendar all that much easier. It makes it easier to know what to talk about in your Facebook Lives. It makes it easier to use the quick cash method and know what groups to join. Everything becomes easier because you have narrowed down that unique product focus. So no, I don't think that Savannah's Handmade Crafts is a very good page name because it's saying nothing to nobody. It's not going to attract you followers. And it's giving you permission to not narrow down. I'm going to keep it broad in general so I can do whatever my brain thinks of next. Whatever bright, shiny object I see next, I can just start doing it. Well, that's not building a business, right? That's just trying to monetize a hobby without the proper pieces in place to have a sustainable, profitable business. If your goal is to make money, if your goal is to go on vacations and pay the bills and buy a new house and, whatever your goals are, whatever that is for you, you have to have a more disciplined approach to building your business. And that includes having a unique product focus.